Goeiedag! Good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And clearly there are two areas where the South African government's strategy to combat the coronavirus is horribly flawed. Horribly flawed. Now, the one I've spoken about, which is obviously the taxis, clearly that is just like the petri dish. If someone's got the virus, this is going to spread, and those people are going to go to their own communities, and this is going to spread. That's a no-brainer, okay? That's absolutely a no-brainer. Now, the second area, considering that you're going to have a large number of people being infected by this virus who will be seeking tests to clarify whether they have the virus or not, Houston, we have a problem. Not only does South Africa not have enough testing sets available, you've got that cost factor, which apparently if you go to a public hospital, you don't have to pay somewhere between 900 and 1400 rand, depending on who you believe. Now clearly, the larger majority, I'm talking about most South Africans, can't afford that sort of money to put out on a coronavirus test. So they're not going to get it done. So they're going to be the sleepers. They're going to be the people, if they got the coronavirus, who'll be walking around the streets when they're asymptomatic. And guess what? They're going to pass this on to dozens of other people, especially if they're in taxis. Now, I got an email, and all I'm doing is I'm joining the dots, okay? I got an email from Carol. And she writes, because of your video, I did some reading on the internet and came to the conclusion that we are in seriously major trouble and we do not even realize it yet. Under where to test for coronavirus for free in South Africa, I found the following. The following hospitals have been identified as centers for isolation and treatment of people infected with coronavirus. Polokwane Hospital in Limpopo. Rob Ferreira Hospital in Mpumalanga, Charlotte Maxeke Hospital, Steve Biko Hospital and Tembisa Hospitals in Gauteng, Gray's Hospital in KwaZulu-Natal, Klerksdorp Hospital in the Northwest, Kimberley Hospital in the Northern Cape, Pelanomi Hospital in the Free State, Livingston Hospital in the Eastern Cape, and Tygerberg Hospital in the Western Cape. Basically one hospital per province, apart from Gauteng, where you have 3 hospitals. The tests that cost 1,200 to 1,400 rand are through Lancet Laboratories. If you do not have medical insurance, you are in trouble here. There are only 51 locations in South Africa here. You can easily find a list under Lancet Laboratories. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to the article which I'm going to put into this video that Lancet Laboratories have revealed. So you can go and read this up for yourself. You can easily find a list under Lancet Laboratories when you Google how much will a coronavirus test cost in South Africa. These locations are also widely spread out and scarce. If you live in a rural area and you get the virus and do not have the money to travel, you will be in deep, deep trouble. Just for the interest's sake, my daughter is living in Durban and she has the flu right now, so she is worried. She went to the local clinic and was given a mask and no medication and told to phone the hotline. After phoning the hotline and battling to get through quite a number of times, she was told to simply stay at home for a week. That's the advice they give you. That's the hotline advice. I mean, it's just pathetic. If after a week she does not feel better, she needs to get tested. Where can she get tested in KwaZulu-Natal? Only at Gray's Hospital in Pietermaritzburg, unless she pays that extra 1,400 rand. Now I ask you with tears in my eyes, does it really look like this government is taking the matter serious enough? I think not. We're all in deep, deep, deep trouble. We do not even realize it yet. This is the point that I raised last night on this channel, that what the average black African cannot afford to come up with 1,400 Rand to cover the cost of doing a coronavirus test. And that takes me now to the following article. Let me just grab it for you. Okay, I'm going to link this article down below this video so that you can see for yourself what I'm saying. This is a press release from Lancet Laboratories on the 9th of March 2020. And the heading is COVID-19 Testing in Private Pathology Laboratories. And it says the information in this document may be used for media queries as at midday, 9th of March 2020, unless otherwise indicated by Lancet Laboratories. So I guess we're okay to use this information. Testing for now, even in private labs, will be prioritized for individuals that fulfill epidemiological and clinical case definitions, and only if referred by a doctor. Epidemiological and travel information will still be collected on patients, and all results will be shared with NICD, which remains the reference center for this epidemic. Please refer to the accompanying newsletter for more information. Answers to frequently asked questions. Question: do doctors still need to contact the NICD first, or do they use our virologist on call? Answer: doctors and patients are urged to contact the NICD directly on their hotline if they want testing to be done at NICD. Number 082-883-9920. Now, I seem to recall that a different number was given out before, which was not connected. I put a video out about that a couple of days ago. But anyway, that's what this press release says. If doctors want their patients to be tested at Lancet Laboratories, and there is any uncertainty that the patient meets clinical and epidemiological criteria, the Lancet virologist on call on, and then they give the number, may be contacted. Question: do doctors need to complete a pathology request form or just the NICD documentation? Answer: Lancet Laboratories has created a request form to assist that requires dates and locations of travel and when the patient returned from travel, as well as symptoms and the date of onset of these symptoms. Question: what is the expected TAT, which I think is the turnaround time? And the answer is 48 hours, but this is dependent on where the sample is coming from. Question: will the result come through as other results into an EMR? Answer: yes. The results have been issued as a standard Lancet Laboratories report. Now, this is the issue. This is why what they've set up in South Africa is doomed to fail. The cash price is 1,400 Rand for a coronavirus test. Medical rates vary depending on scheme. Discovery has indicated that if test is positive, they will pay for everything from a COVID-19 benefit. If it is negative, it will come out of the savings. In other words, you're liable for it. So look, I'm going to put a link to this press release down below this video, because this is really a huge flaw in the government strategy. They've only got one hospital in each province, except for Gauteng, where patients or people who think they've got the coronavirus can go and get tested. And when they go there, they get sent home for a week, and if things get worse, then they can come back and then they might get tested. Does someone here see the problem with that? I'm talking about infections and, people who that person comes in contact with becoming infected. I mean, this is like a petri dish, the whole of South Africa. It's like you've got the coronavirus sitting there and it's just going, whoa, this is great, spreading around the place. And very few people are being tested for the virus. We had that case where someone's girlfriend's uncle died because of pneumonia. And the question was asked, was that actually a result of the coronavirus? We'll never know, because the testing in South Africa is so inadequate. I can understand why the government of South Africa are trying to shut the media down when it comes to reporting on what's going on in this particular area. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video. Please share this video. Above all, please stay safe. And as I said, the link to this press release is directly below this video.